We like to start off with something light. Salute to Lou Duval, a Florida native. So who better to share this clip? And it's actually a whole story. I was reading an article about it. So I mean, basically, all you have to know is happening in Florida. That's what gets you all you need to know. But I will say we've actually have talked about this particular sheriff before. Um, they're kind of I want to make the argument that they're more interesting in clout, but they I by the tone of their voice I can tell they are serious about bringing justice and order to their community. But in this particular clip, it says Florida sheriff confronts man who sent him death threats. So let's play it and see how this interaction went.
I'm Sheriff Chitwood. I'm the guy you want to kill. And there's nothing I can do about it. Challenge accepted.
I sent you a sermon.
But you do know in Florida, a written threat to kill is a felony. Well, look, just so you know, I'm the one who made sure you came back, and I hope you enjoy your stay at the branch jail. I will also tell you that you will not see Mickey Mouse on this trip, and you have to reimburse us for your flight here and for your stay at the county jail. Why don't you look me in the eye and tell me why you want me dead? Why do you want me dead?
I am a Christian.
So am I.
You are not.
How do you know that?
Because in Corinthians it says bondsmen are not Christian.
Okay. Well, we're going to take you.
You are not Christian.
We're going to take you where you need to go.
Fine.
We will make sure the cell has rubber in it.
First of all, can someone pull up that scripture? What is
Yeah.
what did he say? But but I digress. Obviously there is a lot that could be dissected here, but just on a surface level, again, the fact that this sheriff is in the business of broadcasting these interactions, I think before we were looking at when they were rounding up some little badass kids that were making school violent threats, or that go to school and they were making some violent threats online. I guess now they're in the business of like if you are going around sending, like you said, written threats, he's gonna pull up on you. And again, not too much to delve into here, but what do y'all think about this type of law enforcement, if you will? Do you think it would be effective to confront people that are online, being online gangsters? Or do you think it's a bit too much? I'll start off with you, Ghost. What do you think?
I can't lie, bro. That's just kind of tough. Like, just pull it up on someone that gave you a death threat, no fear, just like asking, like, purely from an education for, like, why did you do this? Like, I rock with it. Like, is it kind of performative? Yeah. Like, you this didn't necessarily need to be on camera and all that, post to social media, but I don't know. I'm cool with it, to be honest. Like, you show would be criminals that you can't be intimidated, and I'm I endorse this type of law enforcement.
And that word you use is, I think, what some people are taking issue with. It does seem a bit performative. Like, do we really want justice or do we want clout? I think that's what I've seen some resistance to this, but maybe it's if the ends justify the means type of thing, or the means justify the ends type of thing, rather. What do you think, Ace? What do you think of this? Are you with this type of policing slash law enforcement, or do you think it's a bit, I don't know, tacky or too much?
I mean, I guess I'm fine with it. I don't know if I see the point per se. I guess I could kind of see the point in like if somebody like this guy, for example, he looks like the quintessential like Discord mod type build. Like he looks like exactly the type of person you would expect to see acting up online. Um, but the fact that he wasn't, the fact that he didn't renounce what he said when he was confronted by the sheriff, it made me feel like, well, it's kind of pointless then because he still feels the same way he felt. He still would probably make the same threat again. Like,
We did kind of
so
stand
it
on
doesn't
ten
feel like it.
toes.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't feel like it had much of a point in that way. But I could see it working on, like, maybe a younger kid or something like that um who could be intimidated by something like this, or even the fact that it's put online for other people to see. Like, I feel like that could affect a younger person more, not wanting to be seen um in a negative light online. So it could have a purpose in that way, I suppose, but
Mm.
this example didn't like show that. So,
Hey man, some people that be talking online, they are about what they say. Y'all, so y'all gotta be mindful. And then what about yourself, Wes? What do you think of this type of interaction, in this way of going about law enforcement? You think it's too much, or do you think this type of law enforcement would be a productive way to manage the community?
I like it on principle. Whether it's effective or not uh, doesn't really matter so much to me because, like you said, what the guy did was a felony, and he showed the guy that I'm representing the law right now, and the guy looked. I mean, he looked ridiculous. Like, so I think it makes sense on principle to be like, this is what we uphold, and you did something wrong, and we're gonna show you, and you're gonna maybe. I mean, the idea is you should reconsider it because it's a felony, like, and you need to be told that. And I think the method was fair.
At the end of the day, the law is the law. Yeah, not too much on this again. I- just kind of seeing some clips go out with his brother. It does kind of just it invokes a very Florida esque image. So I don't know, but I don't know, maybe we'll start to see this type of interactions in other places as well. Yeah, the biggest one of the story is all that, like, or if you talk online and behind a keyboard, you better be ready IRL to back. Nah, I guess not ready because obviously if you certain things, you're gonna face consequences. But um, the things that you say online can definitely catch up with you if you didn't already know that. Obviously,
Also, any person calling himself a Christian and dealing out death threats behind a keyboard is ridiculous. Like,
the irony.
if you're gonna tell somebody you'll kill them because you're trying to defend somebody else,
Yeah.
okay. But otherwise, what are you doing?
How is yeah, like I just don't where's a Christian equivalency come in? Like
Hey man,
very
that's why it's
very
in the
very
that's why it's in the scriptures. Like you gotta be mindful of the beam in your eye. But
yeah, I'm looking at the scripture. It's like
what
I
could you
don't
read
even
it?
see what's. I think this is the one. It's Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 7:21. It says, Hast thou been called a bondman? Let it not concern thee. But thou canst become free, use it rather.
What?
It
I
seems
mean,
it seems to be saying,
What?
like, if you are a bondsman, don't be don't worry about it. But if you can, like, get another profession, then you should try to do that. That's
I don't get
Oh
how
wait,
he's using
the
that to
bondman.
I mean, well, even without delving into the scripture,
I know it's
which I'm glad you pull it up. I think when we first heard him say, I think we could have easily inferred this is going to be somebody that's interpreting a scripture uh, in a very and not realistical
Literally
manner.
it might even be saying, like, if you're,
bond like a slave.
yeah, in bond, like a bond, like
If
a
you're
servant,
if
not
you're
even a.
bound,
Nah, that's hilarious. That is
yeah, I think it's
hilarious.
This is why you gotta listen to a podcast like ours, so you won't go around misquoting scriptures. I'm just saying.
Bro, that is twisted the scriptures on a whole new level. My goodness.
But yeah, obviously, don't go around making threats and bringing up Christianity in the same, or any type of faith based system in the same breath. But If there's nothing else, we can move on to the next topic.